Hello, beautiful Aquarius. My name is Jaden and this is Lighthouse 36. Today I'm going to be doing a general reading, a general mid-month reading for the month of May for the Aquarius Collective. All right, let's get started. Remember, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And if you really feel like it does not resonate with you at all, please don't try to make it fit. Just try one of your other placements. Maybe you'll find a reading that resonates more with you there, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay. Spirit, what messages do you have for the Aquarius Collective at the moment? What guidance do you have for them? Okay, I see wisdom. Thank you. Two more, please, from this deck, Spirit. Two more overall themes here. Two more. Openness. And one more. One more, please. One more. And relaxation. Goodness, this is very and flexibility on the end, on the bottom of the deck. So I'll take that. This is very similar to another reading, one of the Aries readings. I did two readings for Aries this month. It's kind of a strange scenario. It's just one of the readings where it was extremely, extremely specific. So I thought I'd do another one. Okay, let's see though what the clarifiers tell us. Spirit, please clarify wisdom. Please clarify wisdom. Please clarify wisdom. Okay, we got too many here, but one fell separately, so I'm going to take it. So that's the Temperance card. Temperance. Oh, okay. Yes, this is a bit of a different message. Okay. Openness. This is a bit different from the Aries. Okay. Please clarify openness. Please, too many, Spirit, too many. Please clarify openness. Ooh, one fell on the floor here. Four of coins. Okay. Oh, yes, I see. Okay. One for relaxation, please. Please clarify relaxation. The King of Staffs, the Shaw of Staffs is the King of Wands. Okay. And flexibility. Flexibility. Okay. Yes, thank you, Spirit. And on the bottom, you have the Malika of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords. I'm just going to put her here for now. Okay. Okay. What I'm getting here for you, Aquarius, and this may be very specific as well, this reading, but not quite as specific as the other Aries reading that I did. So Aquarius, you're having to upgrade your skills somehow, okay? You know, I'm getting the example. I was thinking of work, but I'll start with this other example first, before I forget it. Like, for example, maybe you're a new grandparent, um, and, you know, things were done a certain way for you. Like when you, not for you, sorry, when you were raising your children, things were done a certain way. And now that your children have, or has had a child or children, things are done differently, you know? And there may be sometimes like a conflict between you and your children about how your grandchildren should be raised. Or, you know, even if you don't verbally express it, you may just be thinking it, you know? Um, it could also be at work. Um, there's a new generation that's come in, and maybe you think they relax a little bit too much, or um, uh, things are just being done differently. And um, and the world is changing. Excuse me. And you don't have to be of a certain age. You could just be a person who is used to doing things a certain way, and they've always been done that way, and you see that things are changing. I know I've experienced this personally. For example, like I find, like, when I was growing up, there were certain like a certain way of being polite. Like, you'd ask someone, "Hello, how are you doing? Have a great day." There were these expressions that were just part of everyday conversation, and I'm finding that people don't do that anymore, or do it much less. Um, and so I've noticed that, and it bothers me a little bit. So I've been working on that. Things are changing, and I've had to adapt. And it's the same here, okay? You have recognized that things are changing. It could be something at work, it could be something in your personal life with your family. It could be your partner. You've noticed your partner's changing, and maybe that's bothering you a little bit. Um, so you're adapting, okay? You're adapting to this. Like, it could be at work, now with the AI, you can't, everything, it seems to be AI these days. Talk about AI. I know it annoys me a little bit. I'm not sure if it does for you too, but but now maybe you're going to upgrade your skills a bit. You are adapting. You're exercising wisdom, okay? You're adapting. So things you didn't think you would be involved with before, um, or even, pay attention to before, now you're paying attention, okay? And you're evolving, you're being flexible, okay? And more relaxed about it, and open to these new possibilities. Okay, wow. So you're showing patience, okay? Patience for others and patience for yourself while you're learning this, okay? And things are coming into balance for you. You used to be very protective of things being a certain way, but you're being more flexible now. You're relaxing more about it. You're being more open to um, differences and change. Um, and it's kind of like when there was a cottage industry. Um, People would make things from home and then sell them in the market, and then the Industrial Revolution came along, and it changed so many things for so many people. Like, the cottage industry got turned upside down, and AI is doing that to us now, okay? Um, and the people who will do the best are those who evolve and change with the times and adapt and are more flexible. And you are realizing that and gaining that wisdom, and doing that. I'm not saying that you're going to go back to school and learn everything about AI. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you're adapting to change, willing to go with the flow, okay, with the way things are changing. You're being more open to it instead of restricted. There's an openness here. And with the King of Wands here, and um, the Queen of Wands, it's like um, you're being more intellectual about it, okay? Um, the Queen of Wands is someone who is very intellectual, but also very rational. Okay, so you're being, more rational. Rational. God, sorry, rational about things. Okay, that things have changed. Um, whereas before you would get so upset, like, oh my goodness, there's so many different points of view here. Which one would, I like only this one. This is the one I'm used to, but now there's all these other options. But you're using your intellect, your rational mind, and realizing, you know, I've got to go with the flow and finding where you belong within all this change. Okay? Things are not like they used to be. You're adapting. Okay? Um, like it could be, say, with your grandchildren, you know, um, you think it's okay for them to have chocolate, but or meat, but your daughter or son or son-in-law or daughter-in-law, they're vegans and they want the children only to eat vegan food. You are adapting to that, okay? Or if your child is a vegan and they come over to your home for the holidays, you're actually making an extra effort maybe to find vegan recipes just for them, okay? Not just serving whatever like vegetables are there, and let them fend for themselves kind of thing. You're adapting, okay, um, to these changes, whatever it may be in the workplace, at home. Um, yeah, it's very interesting, and maybe your spouse is changing, and they want you to come to dancing lessons with them, and you're like, I'm not a dancer. I've never wanted to take dancing lessons, but you're being more flexible because you realize it's something like you get to spend more time together and doing something your partner enjoys you know or like if you only like action movies but your partner likes romantic comedies, you're compromising more these days, watching the romantic comedy. Yeah, it's like you're more open now to change and for you to change as well, not so stuck in your ways. Oh, that's beautiful, Aquarius. Congratulations. Good for you. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael has to say. And I just want to say, because of this, you've become a wise one. This is like the Hierophant energy. You've become a wise one, okay? Um, the wise adapt and change with the times. Excuse me. Okay, Archangel Michael, any confirmations, clarifications, or additional messages for the Aquarius Collective? And if you're not changing, it depends where you are on this timeline, then Spirit's encouraging you to be more flexible, to be more open. Okay, yes, make a decision. So perhaps you are on the timeline where you're still kind of stuck in your ways, and Spirit's asking you to make a decision. Are you going to be more flexible or not? Um, are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. Yes. So, I feel like this is almost like an internal kind of battle. Like, do you decide to stay stuck in your ways? And maybe that means you're going to lose your job and then you'll be miserable. But if you adapt, excuse me, and change, That's going to bring you more joy in the long run. If you go with your partner to a movie that you prefer action, but she wants romantic comedy, that's going to bring you more joy in the long run. Yes, you have to compromise, but you feel closer to your partner because of it. Um, Spirit wants you to make a decision about whether you're going to be um, more flexible or not, you know, and not being flexible doesn't necessarily mean that you're choosing yourself. And I want you to think about that one. There's a balance. That's why the scales are here. There's a balance. Well, thank you so much, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Spirit, for these beautiful messages for Aquarius. And thank you, Aquarius, for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to show the channel some love. I'm wishing you so much luck on this journey. And I'm sending you so much love. Have a great rest of your day.